Hello, welcome to this video. This is my first drawing video, my first video on this channel, and we're going to be sketching with some markers and a little bit of pen. There's no aim for this, we're really just trying out a bunch of different shapes, and you get to look into what my easygoing sketches are like. So, my name is Samrah, but a lot of my friends call me Samrah, just with, whatever's easier. And I am an artist. I also do motion graphics freelance work, but I really wanted to get back in touch with my drawing and sketching and the other sides. In 2019, I graduated from university and I studied 3D animation and visual effects, which was really cool and something that I do enjoy. But I wanted to get a little more into my 2D side because I've always loved fine arts. I think when I get really into, I do painting, I love figure drawing, I love gestures, and sometimes working on those things feel the most meditative, so I want to see if I can kind of bridge that and bring some more peaceful work out there. So I think what makes my art interesting is that I didn't really know what my influences were for a while. Especially in college, I made a lot of friends who knew exactly what shows they were really into when they were younger. And a lot of anime, and then a lot of Nicktoons and stuff. And I sometimes watch Nicktoons, but I didn't have a lot of shows that I would watch the whole series through. I really liked, and I still really like when it's just a show that I can watch an episode or two of and then get on with other things. I don't know, that sounds really like how dare you watch TV, but I don't know, I felt kind of sucked in when I watched too many series shows and always wanted to know what's next. So I really enjoy where I can watch a show and laugh about it, and that's when I started realizing my art is super Ed, and Eddie and super Chalk Zone and Super Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I think those are three big influences from TV shows, and if you guys see any other influences in a lot of my work, then comment, let me know. I'd love to figure out where my art comes from, because a lot of times, it's very varied. And I guess that's why I'm making this YouTube channel, is to just see where my art takes me when I want to share it with people, and I want to get feedback, and what do people see in my work, and just to hear a lot of voices, to get a lot of input. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep making stuff and see where it leads me. I see a lot of fun challenges. I see, really wonderful supportive communities, and I'm just trying to have a chill channel. I really enjoy watching videos where somebody just talks. I really like also hearing podcasts kind of, or streaming with friends and talking. I really enjoy listening to those because they just kind of easy to zone out to and calm me down a little bit. So this is me trying to be calm, because a lot of people who know me know that, I get really excited and I talk really fast and really loud. And I'm trying my very best to talk slower than I normally do. So what I'm thinking for this channel is, probably a lot of these kinds of sketch with me videos, and I might, instead of doing sheets like this where it's all over the place, no theme, maybe we'll do themes, maybe we'll do one or two main drawings, I don't know, maybe even shorter videos. So yeah, this is a kind of long video. I guess we can. So the four artists that come to mind that influenced me, especially in a bit more recent years have been Terrell, Sycra Yasin, Loish, and Skottie Young. And all these people have very unique styles, and I want to talk a little bit about all of them. So, Terrell and his art has a very important place in my heart and my art, where I always loved people, and I love people's stories and the little things that, the quirks about them. And so when I found his art, which I don't remember how I stumbled upon any of these people really, but when I came upon his art and I saw the way he caricatured people with love, it wasn't it was, I mean, of course it was goofy. Like these drawings would make me laugh out loud, and it just added a layer of vibrancy and kind of romanticized how people just are. So I really, really enjoyed that, and it really stuck out to me. And I always loved watching him flip through sketchbooks and his people sketching. He would spend the video drawing and coloring in his people sketches, and I really, really loved that. And at the time, I worked at a fast food place, and I used to draw the customers on the back of some receipt paper. So I was like, wow, I'm doing it. So I really love his art, and there's a cat in the bottom of the page of the first one. It was in the intro, and that was specifically inspired by one of his sketchbook flip throughs and a doodle that I saw in one of them. So credit to him. Another great artist who puts out such informative stuff and a really cool approach to his art is Sycra Yasin. Also love listening to his streams and just him talking to people, but I his approach to drawing in an analytical sense seems really interesting. It's helpful for me in a different way, even though my brain doesn't think as much like that, and I feel a lot of the art I do feels intuitive now. But the way he breaks it down is really good, because when I do want to do a specific study, I think it's a great way to simplify things. And yeah, I also just loved how many different characters he would make, and I think his playing with proportions, the way he would do little heads and big bodies, or pointy chins is his thing. It just kind of encouraged me to try out different shapes and everything. Who else did I say? I said Loish. I feel she has a really big following and a lot of people know her, but I want to learn more about how she uses color and study that a little bit more, because I think she does a great job keeping things vibrant and fun and varied, but also just the big eyes and facial features. I learned a lot about how to draw nose and lips in the girlier characters that I draw. So of course she's a huge inspiration, and yeah, she uses color amazingly. And then last is Skottie Young, and he makes some awesome comics, and he stylizes things in such a super fun way. And he uses his brush pen to the utmost and I see him make tiny particles using the edges, and then doing some really bold marks, and just making things goofy. So I really love his stuff. I have I Hate Fairyland Volume 1, which is kind of gory, but it's really colorful and fun gory, so I really enjoyed it, and I want to buy all of them, but maybe one day. So maybe you can see from the TV shows and the other artist influences that I have, maybe that can kind of explain where I'm coming from. And if you see somewhere that I'm going with my art and you think it's a route I should try taking, I'd love some comments. I'm gonna keep making whatever I feel and think of making, whatever comes to mind and I feel ready for. But I love advice, I love suggestions, and you know, I love people, which is why I love drawing people. I love people. So if you want to comment on my stuff, tell me what to do with my life. Yeah, I'll hear you out. I might not follow everything you tell me, but I don't know. This was kind of fun. This, of course, is my first time doing something like this, so a little bit scary, but thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.